Hello there and welcome to Trinity Stamps. Today we're going to take a close-up look at all of the new products from the Sweet Summer Celebration collection. We are celebrating 4 years of Trinity Stamps launching their business. This is the Simply Sentimental birthday stamp set, perfect for this release. There are several large scripty birthday words and many supporting smaller sentiments. You can die cut out the large words, or that die can be used as a shadow layer for die cutting the word from cardstock. It's a very versatile set and one in a collection of many. Now let's take a look at a couple of the samples made with this set. Next up, we have the Whale Done stamp set. This 4x6 set has a super cute whale with some water spraying out that you can use and a lot of sentiments you can build together to make some punny sentiments. And of course, there is a coordinating die set that die cuts out all of those sentiments for you. Here's some cards made with this set to give you a little inspiration. I think this is a great set that could probably go with some under the sea things that you already own as well. Next up, we have a really cool set that's called Friend Ship. You can see there are several different ships in this set. You can make something more modern with the cruise ship, a little bit old world with the ship and sails. There's a sailboat, a fishing boat, a tugboat. Here they are all colored out and die cut so you can see all the different pieces. And here's a card made using a bottle for a ship in a bottle. This set is so versatile. You can get a lot of different looks with this set. Next, we have another in our Cozy Bear collection. This is the Cozy Bear Boater set. This set has a really cute bear that can sit in the boat and do fishing with all of his fun accessories. And there is a coordinating die set that has dies to cut out all the things and even one die that will cut a wave into your paper for the boat to sit in, which I think is very cool. I used some black Nouveau drops to make his nose raised up and shiny. Here you can see the boat sitting in that die cut wave and a couple other cards using this set. You can see how cute that bear is. You could pair this with some of the other Cozy Bear stamp sets already in the Trinity Stamps shop. Now we have the Birthday Shark stamp set. I love these smaller stamp sets because you can get so much bang for your buck. And this die set that goes with the Birthday Shark has some dies to cut out pieces of the shark so you could make it three-dimensional, which is pretty fun. And here's some cards to see this little guy all colored up and in a card. And some really punny sentiments in this stamp set as well. Next, we have this cute little stamp set called Little Light. It's an anglerfish and it's got a little press here stamp in it as well. So you could make this a light up card, which is so fun. And here's a couple examples of just that. I think it's so fun to make this light up. Or you can use it without a light up. Our next stamp set is Rooting for You, one of 5 new stamp sets designed by Love Danny for the Trinity Stamp Shop. This one has 1 stamp and 1 die, and it is just root vegetables, and I think they are so cute. When you see this all colored and stamped, you will probably think the same thing. Now let's see the other 4 stamp sets in this collection from Love Danny. This is one in a melon. I think these watermelon are so cute and I love how you can do some artistic things with the letters. This die set will die cut out You Are, melon, and the watermelon, as well as some of those hearts made with seeds. So you can do a lot of different configurations because you can die cut out all these different pieces. I love how this one uses the watermelon in the background. Next, we have the So Berry Sweet set with strawberries and a really cute sentiment. You can die cut out the strawberries, you can die cut out the sentiment, and all three of the hearts have their own dies as well. So again, you can use these so you can reconfigure this into a different size than stamping it like it is. So here's some examples using that stamp set, and this next card again uses those strawberries to create a background, which I feel is so cute and clever. Next we have the Appreciation stamp set with peaches and a punny sentiment. You can die cut out the peaches and each of the sentiment pieces. So I really has its own die. Appreciation, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, and Your Kindness all have their own dies. And the heart as well. So you can do a lot of different looks with this. You could use the fruit by themselves. You can stretch it to fit on different size cards. It's really clever. And last, we have the Easy Peasy set that has this lemon and a little pea pod. And the dies in this one are quite clever. You can die cut out the entire image. And then there's dies to make paper pieced lemon and a paper pieced pea pod. You can see those die cut pieces here. There's even little stems for the pea pod and the lemon. And you can layer these over the top of the ones that are already stamped. I used it here to create a background, and then I put the actual put together lemon and pea pod on the inside of my card. Let's take a look at some other cards created by the design team with this set. I love how on this card, Brenda used our lemon stencil for the background. What a darling stamp set, and I just love this new collection by Love Danny added to the Trinity Stamps shop. Next, we have this really fun stamp set called Island Cocktail. It's got some fruit. You can go with your fun drink and a straw and even a paper umbrella. You can customize this drink to be whatever you want it to be, and they can be fun fruity drinks. They can be cocktails, whatever you want to make. Here we have some new gnomes. I'm so excited. This is the party gnome. He has got a cupcake. There's some confetti you can stamp and 3 different sentiments as well. I love that the top of his hat has a little star. So I feel like this could be good for birthdays or even 4th of July or Independence Day. Next we have the It's Sherbet Day. I love that sentiment, but this little gnome's beard looks like soft serve ice cream. His hat looks like a cone. I think it's so clever and so cute. He's holding a cherry and a spoon. We have sprinkles and sentiments to go with it. You can see how adorable he is all colored up. I love him. All right, then we have another gnome. Yes, it's the Up, Up, and Away gnome. You can see he's got balloons he's holding on to and some clouds in the set and a big, nice happy birthday sentiment and dies to cut out all the pieces as well. Look at these adorable cards made by our design team showing off how cute this little gnome is floating up in the sky. There is one more gnome coming up that is different than any we've ever had, and it's the Norse Gnome. So if you like things Viking, this guy is a really fun, and there are some adorable cards by our design team with this set, and you're going to just love them. They're so clever. You can see this one is standing by the seaside, and one in the trees, and this last one in the forest. I think this is a surprising and fun stamp set. Now we have our Cupcake Bouquet. Look at this gorgeous cupcake with all the flowers on it. I think it's so beautiful and another great set to make a light up card. You can see it has that shine mark that can go around the candle, and the words are going to be die cut out individually, so you could rearrange the words into a different configuration if you would like. Isn't it gorgeous? I love to see it all colored up and used in different ways by our design team. All right, here's our last stamp set. This is the Puppy Party stamp set. This is a slimline set, so that row of dogs is going to fit beautifully on a slimline card. Of course, there are party hats and balloons and a cupcake and confetti, and there's even a single dog, so you could move that or put it wherever you like on your card or add it to the line of dogs. But this set, look at it. It is so adorable, and just all different kinds of dogs that you could color up to look like dogs that you know or dogs that you own. I think it's really fun. And of course, you can use it on other size cards besides just slimline, but it is so fun. All right, let's move on to some dies. This is the Lighthouse die set. This is several different pieces that you can die cut out in different colors and build together to make a lighthouse. And it's a really nice size that it's going to fit on your A2, A7, and slimline cards as well. So you can see lots of different ideas here from our design team with this set. I think it's a really cool lighthouse. Next, we have our modern embossed alphabet die set, and these letters are about 1 inch high, so really good for card making or scrapbooking. We also have a coordinating number set as well, and here you can see all the letters die cut out, and you can then look at that debossed line all the way around each letter. I love that added detail. Here are a few cards using this new alphabet set so you can get a feel for its size. It's just a really fun, softer, rounded alphabet. Let's take a closer look at that modern embossed number set. This one also has that debossed line all the way around each of the letters or numbers. And the coordinating alphabet. These are sold separately but go really good together. Here you can see I've combined the numbers and the letters on this birthday card, and look how this one has numbers for the background. Next, we have a shape card die set. It's the Cupcake Card. This is so fun. The one piece you can die cut, fold it in half, and have a cupcake shaped card. There's also the details to build it into a yummy, delicious cupcake, a lot of which have embossed detail in them when you die cut it out. So you can see here my cupcake on a half sheet of cardstock, so 8.5 by 5.5, and I'm going to die cut that, fold it in half, and now I have a cupcake shaped card. Easy peasy. And then we'll just decorate that up with the other die cut pieces and have an adorable cupcake shaped card. I love it. Let's see some other cards by the design team using this set, and you can just imagine all the different flavors of cupcakes that you could make with this set, and I think they would also be really cute for some party invitations as well. Next up, we have the layered popsicle stencil set. You can see the stencil also comes with masks, which is really nice so that you can make one layer cards and masks one off and make another popsicle next to it that maybe overlaps. So that's really cool. And now here are some cards made with this stencil set. It's one of my favorites. I think it's really a fun set, and you can make all different flavors of popsicles, which is just fun to think of all the different possibilities. Speaking of popsicles, there's also a popsicle die set. Very similar and can coordinate with the layered popsicle stencil. So you could add color and shadowing to your die cut pieces with the stencil set. There's an embossed stick for this. You've got some drizzle and even a sentiment that says "You're the coolest," which I think is so very fun. So there you can see the stencil and the die set side by side. Now let's take a look at some samples of this cute die cut popsicle, even one that is a shaker, which I absolutely love. and this one made with some paper that I will show you at the end of this video. Next, we have the little layered ice cream cone. This one has so many different ways that you can use it. I'm kind of showing you here as I'm laying things out. There's one solid shape you can lay the die cut cone and scoops on. You can layer the scoops because there's two different size scoops. You could stack the scoops up. I cut the sentiment from one of the ice cream scoops and put a darker one behind it. You could save the fallout letters and make a sentiment with that. And the word sweet has a shadow layer. And that's not all. Of course, there's a little layered ice cream stencil set, and it also comes with the masks. So I'm going to show you real quick how to use this. So here is just your basic ice cream cone. There's the detail for the cone, the scoop of ice cream, and the detail all together. But if you want to make a double-decker ice cream cone, you're going to stencil the solid cone and the solid ice cream as it is, and then do the detail. Then take the mask and mask off that scoop. Then you can add a scoop right below it sitting on top of the cone, and you have a layered ice cream cone. It's very cool. I just wanted to show you that because sometimes stencils are easier to understand if you can see them in action. So here is that double scoop ice cream cone. You can also use this on your die cut pieces. So I just stenciled some color onto that solid piece, and it really brought it to life, and I used it here on my Sweet 16 birthday card. And look how cute the gnome is on top of the ice cream cone. I love it. Next, we have a different ice cream cone die set. This one is more of like a, they call it a cake cone? What is that called? It's just like a plain ice cream cone, and this one has detailing in the die cut itself, so it leaves impressions in the cone and in the ice cream scoop. Oh my word. It's so cute. And the cone has an opening, so you could have something stuck into the cone. It's just a lot of different possibilities. And here you can see some cards made with it by our design team. I love more than one scoop on top, of course, and these cards are just delicious. Next, we have our swirly birthday sentiment. I love dies like this that I can use with so many different things I already own in my stash, and this is so beautiful, and it is perfect for a slimline card. And you can see here a few examples of that. Here it's die cut from glitter paper, some ink blended paper, and this one, you can see how beautifully it stretches across the card. We have a new mini slimline cover plate die. It's Monstera. These gorgeous leaves that are perfect for summer. And I have a few cards showing you some different ways that you can use it. I love that we have the one with a cocktail, one with the watermelon, and one that's just birthday, because those cover plate dies really shine by themselves. Next, we have the Island Oasis die. This is going to die cut a window into your panel, and then you're going to have the negative fallout pieces you could also use on a card. So that's really cool that you have two different ways you can use this. I die cut it here from some background paper I already had made previously on my gel press and just added the word aloha. Here you can see some other ideas from our design team, and it is just the most gorgeous die. So simple and so many fun ways you can dress it up and even make a light up card like that. All right, next we have an amazing stencil set. This is the Balloon Celebration stencil. It has all the masks with it. Look at all of these balloon masks. There are 3 9x6 stencils in this that you can use to create 6 different size balloons and lots of different shine elements in there you can add to the top of your balloon. And there's even one for the little heart-shaped balloon. So you can see the largest balloon here is a little bigger than A2 size. So it's going to be perfect for A7 or a 5x7 card. The next size down fits like perfectly on an A2 size card. So I'm going to stencil that out real quick so you can see it. Add a little shine mark on top of that using some Distress Oxide ink, and you can see how this really fills up the card, and it's just the perfect balloon. Now there's this wonky little piece you might think, what is that? It's to go on the tied end of the balloon. It adds a little bit of a shadow. It gives it more of a 3D effect. Now let me show you here how I used the mask from this to mask my balloon, and then spray it to give it a little bit of a background. I even picked up the excess spray off the mask and created another panel I could use for something else. And now you can see I have a balloon with a background. Next is the Celebration Balloons die set, and yes, these dies will cut out your stenciled balloons. Isn't that fabulous? Or you could use these balloons by themselves. There are 6 different balloons that layer up and then 3 additional balloons that you can use. I love this wavy balloon and the heart-shaped balloon. That makes me so happy. So you can see I can take these stencils and create shine marks on my die cut balloons. You can even stencil the color onto your white balloon. If you love the balloons, there's more. We have party balloons foil and cut set. So these are going to hot foil balloons, and then there are dies to cut them out. So I am foiling mine with some speckled aura foil, and then this is the hot foil system. If you've never hot foiled before, you should look up some hot foiling videos. I'm just doing this really quick so you kind of know what I mean when I say hot foiling. And after I ran it through my die machine, you can see I had one that went really good and one that didn't do so well. But I recommend very smooth paper, running it through your die machine and back when you have very solid images like these balloons. So there's a few tricks and tips for you. So there you can see all 5 of those balloons die cut out. They're so gorgeous. So here's some balloon samples for you. Some have the stencils, some have the die cuts, some have hot foiled samples, and some have a combination. This one is a very cool shape card with the balloon made by Cassie. Here's some hot foiled balloons. This has a combination of die cut and stenciled balloons, I believe, and some more foiled and stenciled balloons on this one. Okay, now we have a very cool stencil set. This is the layered Peninsula. So when you look at this, you might think, what are all of these things? So again, I think seeing is believing. So let me show you this stencil set in action. So this part right here is going to create some kind of moving water marks. So I stenciled it, and then I went over the top of it again with my blending brush and a lighter color to fill that in so it wasn't too white behind there. And you can see that stencil is 9 by 6, so you can really use it on any size card. Now this is the Peninsula part, your kind of rocky, piece of land that jets out into the water. There are 2 layers to this, so you can have the detail on top of the rocks. Now there's a perfectly perfect triangle in this set, and that's to create the light coming out of a lighthouse, which you did see. We have a lighthouse die coming out in this collection, so these 2 work perfectly together. There are some wispy little clouds you can add. I added mine to my fog. You saw I added that as I masked off the light from the lighthouse. And then all I had to do was add some birds and the lighthouse. Next, we have the Shimmering Sea foiling plate. So this is hot foiling waves onto your paper. It's a 3 by 6 size, so you can use it for your mini slimlines, but really you can repeat use it. You can use it on different size cards altogether. I think it's really fun to have that shiny look of the water on your card. I love that die, or plate. It's a plate. It is. Okay, Sunset on the Sea, foil and cut. So we have this sun maybe setting behind the water and then the reflection that it makes on the water. You're going to hot foil these in whatever color you think is fabulous on that day, and then you can die cut these out as well. And they look so gorgeous on the cards, and you could hot foil them directly on the paper and not cut them out at all. So the choices are up to you. How cool is that? All right, next we have the beautiful Beta. Look at this fish. It is so gorgeous and hot foiled. Oh my word. And then you can cut it out. It's very cool. So I'm going to do some purple foil on some light purple cardstock and go ahead and hot foil that so you can see what it looks like. And it is stunning. I mean, just gorgeous. So beautiful. And there's a coordinating die, so I can die cut this out. Of course, you could hot foil it right on your card and not have to die cut it out either. And now let's take a look at some card samples by the design team. Oh my word, the ink blending over the hot foiling, I always love. This is hot foiled on some heat proof window sheet and turned into a shaker, and then, oh my gosh, the gold with the orange, so beautiful. Okay, another hot foiling set. This is the Seashell Foil and Cut. There are so many options in this die set. It's just easier for me to show it to you in this video because otherwise you might not know all the awesomeness packed into this little set. So I'm going to die cut this piece right here from a background I already have and a solid piece. And then I can glue those fallout pieces onto the solid piece, and look at that gorgeous seashell. Then I can take the solid die and die cut out the piece I already die cut out and create a background for that. But there's more. There's still the hot foiling part, and it has two dies for that as well. So I'm going to hot foil this with some speckled aura on that peach cardstock, and then once it's hot foiled, there's a die to cut it out. So I will die cut that out next, and you can see it fits just perfectly around that seashell. You could save your extra foil piece if you have a solid foil plate and foil that as well. And there's even a layered piece to layer your hot foiled seashell onto another piece of cardstock. So look at all of those options. It's even great to make a shaker window with. So, oh my word, you can have so much fun with this one little set. I think it is amazing, and you're going to love it too. So very cool. Okay, let's move on to the paper. This is the Double Scoop Paper Collection. It looks like realistic ice cream and sprinkles and frosting and sherbet and popsicles and beverages, and oh my word, there's even some striped detailed patterns in here. So if you want something that's not ice cream looking, there's also rainbow stripes. So yeah, it's I'm flabbergasted. I love this paper pad so much. Anything like food related is always my favorite thing to create. I don't know, I'm silly like that. But this has 12 patterns, 2 of each, for a total of 24 pieces. So if you love like this piece, the chocolate ice cream, and you don't want to lose it, that's okay. You have 2. You can use one and you can hoard one. But let's just use our paper, right? It makes me happy to use my paper. You can see some examples here of how our design team has used this paper in some very fun and creative ways. All right. There are so many new embellishments right now, and some embellishment collections. I'm just showing you these new sprinkles because they work so good with all of our popsicles and ice creams and cupcakes, and they have them in every color, which, you know, makes me so happy. So be sure to check out all the new embellishments at the Trinity Stamps shop, as well as some of the collections they have curated for you. That is the entire new release from Trinity Stamps. Are you in awe? Oh my gosh, there's so much to love, but let me know in the comments below which is your favorite, and I'll see you again soon on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.